inside our Root Sports studio. Big college sports day for you. I'm Jenny Kavner. I'll be your host throughout the day. We got a lot on the line in Logan, Utah. Utah State, they are looking for a spot in the Mountain West Conference Championship game. And Wyoming, they're trying to become bowl eligible. We'll see you at halftime. Jeb Putzier will join me to break down the first half. For now, let's get you back out to Logan with Tom and Sed.
Jenny, thanks so much. Welcome back to Logan, Utah. And well, there's certainly nothing new about this rivalry between Wyoming and Utah State. There is something new to play for. For more on that, we connect on the field with Torrey Holt.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. You mentioned it. Today is the 64th meeting in this rivalry that dates back all the way to 1903 between these two teams. Utah State leads the rivalry 35-24-4, but now they have coined it Bridger's Battle, and this is the rifle that they'll be playing for, the traveling trophy, a replica of what Jim Bridger, what the name is of the rivalry is named after, used to carry. Jim Bridger was in this region, was an explorer, discovered many parts of the Utah-Wyoming region, and when I talked to Wyoming Athletic Director Tom Berman, he said with this rivalry going back over 100 years and both teams moving into the Mountain West Conference, this was a perfect time to introduce Bridger's Battle. So they're going to be playing for this, Tom. It should be a great game because there's a lot on the line for postseason implications, not to mention this rifle that I hope isn't loaded.
Be careful with that, Torrey. That's key. Look at the coaches there, Matt Wells and Dave Christensen. Dave in his 5th season, Matt his first as head coach of the Aggies. Wyoming wins the coin toss, defers, so Utah State will receive. Your thoughts on that? Wyoming not taking the football right out of the gate, the strength of the team.
Well, they want to get their defense on the field and possibly try to rattle the cage of the young quarterback. Give him some pressure and see how he handles it early.
Talked about Darrell Garrettson, 4-0 as a starter, getting that gig due to the injury to Chucky Keaton, one of the top quarterbacks in all of college football. A blown knee earlier this season against BYU. His rehab going well, and we're certainly going to have some depth at that position next season.
And that's what you need at the quarterback spot, because especially when you run this zone type offense, you're always one play away when your quarterback is rushing the football and taking hits and shots.
Ready for the opening kickoff. Justin Martin to handle that. Ball taken around the 10-yard line and brought down. Good return by number 4, Tay Glover Wright. Time now for the Toyota players to watch.
That was the Maverick 10-day kickoff.
Yeah, we got our players to watch, and guys are going to be making plays on the field. Joey DiMartino, 127 yards a week ago. This kid's coming on, put the team on his back, and the young freshman, 4-0 as a starter, completing 61% of his passes, Darrell Garrettson.
Martino, 88 yards away from a 1,000-yard rushing season. Short pass completed to Travis Van Leeuwen, a 6'3" senior out of Provo, one of 22 seniors playing their final home game today for Utah State. As you look at the numbers for the true freshman, Darrell Garrettson, you know, they had to be very careful with him not to give him too much early in his opportunity to run this offense, but now they're giving him basically anything they feel like they need to.
And 3 games in, you start to feel that comfort level. See, they try to set up the screenplay there, but it sniffed out.
Time now for the Built Ford Tough starting lineups, brought to you by local Ford stores. Ford, go further. You'll see those starting lineups stroll across the bottom of your screen. 3rd down and long, and said this type of situation, Wyoming wanted to put Garrettson in that Utah State offense in.
Absolutely, no quarterbacks for him, 3rd and long.
The last completion is short one to JoJo Natson. Garrettson come up short of the 1st down. Travis Van Leeuwen with his 2nd catch, but well, that's a confidence builder right out of the gate for the Cowboys defense.
It really is, and that's a great job of running through the pick. It was a little rub route there, and DeAndre Jones did a great job of fighting underneath and making the tackle, keeping him short of that 1st down.
Jaron Bentrude will be punting. average this season of just over 39, and Jalen Claiborne standing back at his 15-yard line to receive for the Cowboys. Low snap. Venture doing a nice job to scoop it up. Fair catch signal by Claiborne, and back in their own territory with a lot of ground to cover is Cowboys offense. Time now for the Toyota players to watch.
For the Pokes, out of Wyoming, Sean Wick, who's put on a ton of weight, gotten stronger, just shy of 1,000 yards this year. Great season for him. And Robert Huron, who was dominant a week ago, 14 receptions, explosive outside receiver.
As Wick in motion, quick pass intended for Claiborne, overthrown by Smith. Brett Smith this season completing just over 63% of his passes. He's thrown 28 touchdowns, been picked off 10 times, and see what the junior has done. Through the air, can hurt you with his feet, not only picking up yardage, but keeping plays alive.
Absolutely. Not a lot of negative plays when he's at the helm.
On second down, here's Wick putting the head down and getting out across the 15-yard line. Third down coming up for the Cowboys. Time now for the Bill Ford Tough starting lineups, brought to you by your local Ford stores. Ford, go further. You'll see those lineups scroll across the bottom of your screen. 2 minutes into this game at Romney Stadium. Must-win game in many respects for both of these clubs. Smith with time has Claiborne. First down, still on his feet. Jalen Claiborne, and forced out at the 38-yard line.
It's an excellent job up front. Let's give those offensive linemen credit. They bring Tay Glover Wright, the nickelback, off the corner there, off the edge, to try and get pressure. But look at that throw just beyond the outstretched arm of the linebacker. That was a great throw, and Claiborne doing the rest. Big time pickup for the Cowboys.
24-yard gain, the initial first down in this game. Two receivers to each side for Smith. Swings it out to Wick. It's a good block and a nice pickup out near midfield. Forced out at the 49-yard line. And it's another first down for the Cowboys. Quentin Bird forcing Wick out of bounds.
And a great job out in front by Huron, who's a guy who made all the plays last week, but not only catching the ball, now he's getting out in front of his guy and blocking for him as well.
This Wyoming offense, 33.5 points per game, 5th best in the Mountain West Conference, going against a defense 7th best in the NCAA, 17.6 points per game allowed. On first down, Claiborne into Utah State territory. Tyler Fackrell there, along with Quentin Bird. And look at Brett Smith, the junior, out of Salem, Oregon.
You know, this team is not going to be intimidated. You know, this is a team that went into Lincoln, Nebraska and stared down the gun barrel, almost came out of there with a win. They're very talented. They can minimize their mistakes. They have every opportunity to come in here and get that upset.
No reason to hold anything back. This is it. You get the win, you get that 6, you're bowl eligible, and then you wait and see what happens. Smith, far sideline, dropped by Claiborne. They clearly said they saw something on that film where they wanted to try to get Jalen very active very early.
Well, he's got soft coverage outside, and that's a play he's got to make. The ball's right on his eyeballs. Got to make that play. Keep yourself out of 3rd and long. You were able to convert on the prior drive, but you don't want to be in these kind of situations facing this defense.
Claiborne with 30 catches on the season, 2 in this game. 3rd down coming up. Smith dancing around and no place to go. Robert Huron. And the Aggies defense holds near midfield.
And they're working with a new center. The ball snapped a little bit early. Brett Smith not exactly ready for it. He's still making calls, and there you see everything going. He's working with Rafe Keeley. Led to a busted play.
This is Ethan Wood to punt away. JoJo Matson, rugby style end over end boot. It'll die inside the 20-yard line. It was actually Travis Van Leeuwen back deep to receive that time. We are scoreless in Logan, Utah between the Cowboys and the Aggies. Mountain West Football on Root Sports is brought to you by your local Ford stores. Ford F-150. It's not just a truck, it's an F-150, and it's built Ford tough. By Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. And by First Interstate Bank, neighbors helping neighbors in the place we call home. Second offensive possession coming up for Utah State. 3 and out the first time around. All 3 plays passes by the true freshman, Daryl Garrettson. See if they go to Mr. DiMartino. They do. Joey DiMartino. Good yardage on first down out near the 25-yard line. Said this offense for Utah State has done a terrific job this season overcoming some significant injuries, certainly leading the way Chucky Keaton. But just last week, a knee injury to Travis Reynolds, and his season's over.
Yeah, it's been amazing what Coach Wells has been able to get this team to believe in and continue on their mission to try to get where they want to go.
Here's Garrettson showing his ability to run the football as he picks up the first down and some late flags coming in.
And that's a good call. Jordan Stanton, quarterback, gives himself up, sliding in feet first, and goes in with the shoulder to get a little shot on him.
Personal foul, number 1, 15-yard penalty, first down.
This is a good call. It's a right call.
A referee today, Randy Crystal, as flags are thrown against Stanton.
And once he slides there, you've got to give it up. You can't go in there with a shoulder. And you see big offensive lineman taking offense, and that's what you got to do, take care of your guys.
Well, for a defense that has struggled this season, you hate to give up plays like that. Ronald Butler trying to get around the edge. It's out near the 49-yard line before DeAndre Jones got to him.
Jojo Natson lined up at quarterback in the Wildcat formation on that one to get a different look and possibly to see what Wyoming would do as you see the fly sweep coming around. You got to get that ball in your left hand. You're running on that side of the field, Mr. Butler.
Ronald Butler out of Jersey City, New Jersey. Second down. Garrettson getting some heat as he unloads. And he was unloaded on as he was trying to connect the receiver on the near sideline. Good rush coming that time as Garrettson standing tall in the pocket.
He did a
at
great
the time.
job. Did a great job. Mertens put a big hit on him. And you see the play fake across his face to Jojo Natson, had him wide open in the flat. That's how you maintain drives, keep them going when you're a young man. Don't live on the big play. Take what they give you and move the sticks.
Garrettson to Van Leeuwen. And fourth down coming up. Jordan Stanton there for the stop, so redeeming himself after that penalty.
He's running a little under route, but right behind is where he wants to go with the ball, but too much coverage dropping. Good job by Jordan Stanton to stay in his zone and not get outflanked. Come up, make the tackle, force the punt.
And Ben Trudon for his second punt. First one covering 50 yards. Claiborne back at his 10-yard line. Fair catch near the 15-yard line. Well, a defensive struggle so far. 8:06 left in the first quarter here at Romney Stadium. Pretty good seats right there, and so far those fans have witnessed a defensive struggle with 8:06 left in the opening quarter. Key, said your keys to Wyoming getting it done here today.
Yeah, they absolutely have to win the turnover battle, win on first down, which means get 3.5 or more yards and shut down Utah State.
Brett Smith, 4 of 6 through the air for 35 yards. Hands off to Sean Wick, and he runs into a brick wall of Aggies. said. How about the keys to victory today for Utah State?
For Utah State, the keys to victory is contain Brett Smith, obviously. Big plays in the passing game from the young freshman, and they must finish drives on offense with TDs.
So we were talking with Matt Wells yesterday. We said, well, what is this going to come down to today, tomorrow? He goes, stop Brett Smith. Just that simple, just that clean and clear for his outstanding defense. 2nd down and 9. Wick in motion. Intercepted. Intercepted. Jake Dowdy with a diving pick, the senior out of Draper, Utah. Leading tackler on this team, a former walk-on, and let's double check that number.
He wants the middle read route, and he has it early, but he waits and tries to go outside to Rufren on the 2nd in route. And Dowdy just does a great job of peeling off and doing it what he did a week ago.
First interception this season for Dowdy. Last week interceptions by a couple of other linebackers, the Vigil brothers, Zach and Nick. Garrettson, a lot of time, wide open player, and down near the 5-yard line, Joey DiMartino. 12th reception this season for DiMartino.
And it shows you they're going to be aggressive with Garrettson. They're running the wheel route. Everything's going this way, but watch the tailback sneak the other direction. No coverage there, and a hot rocket comes out of Garrettson's hand, or that might have been a touchdown. It's a good job of catching this ball by DiMartino.
21-yard gain, 1st and goal from the 6 for Utah State. Garrettson under center. DiMartino, stiff arm, forced out at the 5. Good pursuit, led by DeAndre Jones, Marqueston Huff.
I'll tell you, that play was made by Bernthaler in the backfield with early penetration. Anytime you're trying to run the ball in the red zone, you get somebody back in the backfield to force an outside run. Your guys can get there, and hell, that's a great play by Justin Bernthaler.
No gain on the play. 2nd down. Van Leeuwen in motion. Garrettson buying time. Terrific throw. Waiting for a signal. Touchdown, Utah State. Wyatt Houston, freshman out of Tualatin, Oregon, 2nd touchdown reception this season.
He comes from the backside on this waggle play, and you see him in the back of the end zone. He's got just enough room, but watch the layout and the catch. Thought that was a good throw, but that is an exceptional catch, much better catch. Ball's put in the right spot, but look at that catch by a big tight end. Just a freshman. I mean, that's a great job of going out and getting it.
That's a young man that they had hoped to redshirt, but the injury to DJ Tialavea forced them to take that red shirt off. He's made a nice contribution. 6th reception, and of his 6 catches, 2 have gone for touchdowns. Nick Diaz on for the extra point. Blocked, flag on the play. Wyoming was offside. I think we're going to do this over again. So the Aggies take advantage.
Offside, defense, number 2, half the distance, try for point.
Penalty against Marqueston Huff. The Aggies taking advantage of the turnover. The interception from Smith. You see the block, but I think those big fellas up front relaxed a little bit when they saw that offside coming.
It's usually when you get somebody injured, you got to play through it no matter what. If their guy goes, you go.
Diaz again. Boy, man coming through that line, but he got the extra point through the uprights.
Eddie Yarbrough.
Another flag down on the field, though.
Offside, defense, penalties declined, tries good. Timeout.
Wyatt Houston, freshman. Daryl Garrettson, freshman. The connection for 6. And the Aggies have the early 7-0 lead. The Aggies strike first in the first, the 7-0 lead over Wyoming. Mountain West fans in the Rocky Mountain region, Root Sports has Mountain West basketball coming up later today. Tune in at 4 p.m. as New Mexico State takes on Colorado State. Catch Mountain West basketball all season long on Root Sports. What a gorgeous setting here, Romney Stadium in Logan, Utah. They get terrific fan support here, averaging nearly 24,000 per game. Claiborne back deep. They'll take a knee. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's take a look at our GMC scoring drive, brought to you by GMC. Visit your local GMC dealer to see why incredible thinking is everywhere. Well, it was a short drive, but very effective off the interception thrown by Smith. 3 plays, 27 yards, just a minute and 2 seconds. As the roommates connect, the freshmen, Garrettson and Houston.
For the first of what they probably hope will be many.
Smith and company from the 25. Claiborne out to the 32-yard line. Richard Stewart with the coverage.
Trying to take advantage of the space. Just getting the quick hitch out to Claiborne and letting him run with it after the play.
Right there, Jalen, he's been busy today. 3 catches for 34 yards. Gain of 7 on that last play. 2nd down and 3. Claiborne again. 1st down for Wyoming.
It's a nice switch route outside to start Rufran on the edge. Outside, Claiborne inside. And they kind of run a little rub route where Rufran sets down and Claiborne goes to the edge and gets the first down easily. You see the space given by the secondary. They're not wanting to come up and get too close to all that speed.
Brett Smith, 6 of 9, 47 yards, the costly interception. Like a design run by Smith, maybe a yard on the play.
I don't think he got what he wanted.
Zach Vigil on the stop, number 53. Junior out of Clearfield, Utah, Clearfield High School, 2nd leading tackler on the team. 101 coming in, couple of sacks, couple of forced fumbles. Really does a little bit of everything.
You know, and rangy. 6'2", listed at 232, but he looks a little bit longer than that and leaner than that. Runs all over the field, makes a ton of plays.
A lot of length on this very lanky defense, and that can close some windows like they did right there in a near 2nd interception for the Aggies. Maurice Alexander, number 5 on this spot, the senior out of St. Louis.
I believe it was Brian Suka's safety who drives on the football, or check it.
Alexander.
It was Maurice Alexander. I mean, that was a great job of reading the quarterback's eyes and just bearing down on it.
Alexander looking for his 2nd interception this season. 3rd down and 9. There's the D coordinator, Todd Orlando. His group has just been exceptional this season. They expected it, though. This is what they felt they had to have. Smith feeling the heat and going down. Zach Vigil with the sack. Freshman, younger brother of Zach Vigil, getting in and bringing to an end that drive for the Cowboys.
The redshirt brings pressure off the edge. The redshirt freshman, Vigil, doing a great job using his athleticism. Coach Orlando says he doesn't have enough rocks in his pocket just yet, but his athleticism and length create problems for the other teams.
Wood to punt it away. JoJo Natson back deep to receive. Takes it at his 32, heads backwards, and terrific punt coverage by the Cowboys. Nice job done there. DeAndre Jones, number 4, terrific job. This is what really got things going offensively. It was a defensive jump. The interception by Jake Dowdy set up the short field. Garrettson to Joey DiMartino. 1st and goal at the 6. And then Roomy to Roomy. A couple of freshmen. Garrettson to Wyatt Houston. who had his second TD catch this season. Abson getting creative and trying to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you get to the sidelines, by the coach. Standing by the coach. You've got a nice bubble screen set up. Your kick-out block was there. JoJo didn't like what he saw. Decided to go back the other direction. And I guarantee Garrettson didn't want to get a pass completion for -1 yard.
Sonny Pulatasi, number 12 on the stop. And look at Matt Wells, one of 12 FBS head coaches who played at the school they now coach. Second down and 11 after the yard loss. Van Leeuwen. Third and manageable coming up. Fourth catch for Travis Van Leeuwen. DeAndre Jones with the coverage for Wyoming.
It's a nice job on the route, pushing off the defender, keeping his head and everything, eyes upfield until he turned around. Good completion there for Garrettson. Brings up a third and manageable 4 yards.
7-yard pickup on the play. Garrettson 8 of 9 through the air. Big screen. Not much room for Kennedy Williams. Backup running back, freshman out of Las Vegas, short of the first down. Really impressed so far with the way Wyoming's played defensively in this game.
DeMar Cain's got these guys fired up. They're playing physical and fast, and that's what you've got to do when you've got athletes. You got to let them run, and these guys are running around, making big-time plays.
Jaron Bentrude, 8 times last week, had punts down or out of bounds inside the 20. His first 2 accomplish that as well and make it 3 straight, as that fair catch is made at the 19-yard line by Claiborne. The Wyoming Cowboys offense was in high gear last week against visiting Hawaii. Brett Smith set a handful of school and conference records by going for 640 yards of total offense and accounting for 8 touchdowns. Robert Huron tied the school record with 4 touchdown catches, but it took a 36-yard field goal from Stuart Williams in overtime to get it done for the Cowboys, 59-56. Just another ho-hum Mountain West Conference game. Nowhere to go for Smith that time.
If you like offense, this is the conference for you, because there's a ton of it being played, and that's what makes this Utah State Aggie team unique. They're being successful by being physical defensively and shutting people down.
Look at the last 3 games offensively. I mean, talk about disappointment against Fresno State and Boise State. Well, they released some of that frustration last week against Hawaii. Smith, second and long. Huron, not much there. Loss of yardage, in fact. Jake Dowdy on the spot for the Aggies. Talked about the offense in this conference, said, and the defense, 17.6 points per game allowed. Big gap to get to that second team in Boise State at nearly 25.
Yeah, and you see there, you can't hold on to the ball that long if you're Brett Smith. He's waiting too long, waiting for something better to happen. If your guys are open, put it in their hands early before the defense has a chance to rally.
1 for 3 on third down conversions are the Cowboys. Smith nearly intercepted. Intended for Tanner Gentry off his fingertips. You see who nearly came up with it for Utah State. That may have been Jeremy Morris, number 17.
You see Brett wanted Tanner Gentry to settle before he got to the linebackers. And if you watch him throw his throwing motion, a lot of times he's off balance, throws some balls with his footwork not exactly in good position. Ball tends to sail on him when he's not on top of it.
Third punt by Wood. It's a very nice roll inside the 35-yard line of Utah State. The inaugural Mountain West Championship game will be played December 7th, 2013. For more information, visit www.themwc.com. Fresno State is in. Utah State hopes to join the Bulldogs with a victory here this afternoon. That last punt by Ethan Wood covering 51 yards. Chucky Keaton on the sidelines today. They don't want him anywhere near the field where he could be involved in a play on the sideline, but they have been so positive about how helpful he has been to Daryl Garrettson in his transition from a young guy who was looking at redshirting this season to all of a sudden becoming the starter. DiMartino with the carry.
Yeah, and that started back in June in the summertime when he came in, took him under his wing, and you know, and those are the kind of quality kids that Coach Wells is trying to bring into this program.
Final play of the opening quarter, low scoring. That's all right. With Utah State, the Aggies have the lead 7-0.